Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Happy Monday. Everybody's back at it this week. Good to see you, Karen. Get everybody in here. We are getting the most amazing weather here in Canada. I actually even got myself a little bit of a sunburn watching my daughter play soccer on yesterday. So that's not weather we're used to here in Canada. My skin doesn't usually turn red in the sun. But it was so beautiful this weekend. It was great to be outside watching her play soccer. Get everybody in. Okay, you guys, I'm so excited to keep going with our event funnel. Today, we're going down a little bit of a path that we haven't really explored here in a long time during these training sessions. And that is the path of setting up the one-time offer. Now, in this event funnel series, in this scenario, your one-time offer is the VIP experience, right? That's the VIP package. Now, everybody's package is going to look a little bit different, but in many cases, what is included in a VIP package is the recording of the event, maybe some worksheets or a workbook or something like that that can be incorporated into that sort of offer that is your VIP experience. And so we're going to talk about how to deliver and build that piece of it. Inside of your sales process account, you have the ability to create a client portal, which means that there is a portal that is set up and people will receive a login for. And inside of that portal, you can build out your courses, you can build out modules with videos, with uploaded PDFs, worksheets, Google Docs, whatever you want to put in there. And so today we're going to focus on setting up the custom domain for that piece of your client portal. We're going to focus on all of the things that are included in that client portal and how your person who purchases the one-time offer gets access to that. So we are going to be adding pieces to existing workflows that we've built during this series that will allow them access to this client portal. Like I said, we're also going to set up your custom domain for that client portal to exist. And then we're going to walk through how to brand that client portal so it's branded for your business. So this is a little bit of a different training. Normally we focus on funnels and workflows and all of that. So we're going into a different feature today. So I hope you're excited about that because it's kind of a cool one. I'm going to get my screen set up here and then I'm going to share. And we're going to jump in to just showing you where your client portal exists. And then we'll walk through the steps on how to set this up. It would be a great idea for you to have your sales process screen open and also the screen to where you have wherever you purchased your domain from. So where you register your domain. If you have those two screens open, then you can walk through this process with me. And that way I can assist you if you run into any issues as we do this. Okay. So if everybody wants to get those two screens open, we will start there. Okay. So, what we're going to do first is we are going to set up the client portal. Now, to do that, you're going to go over here on the left-hand side into memberships. And we're going to click on memberships. And up at the top here, it takes you to client portal. Now, this is your client portal dashboard. Okay. And this is the dashboard that you can come to. And if you have a user that lost their login email or that you would like to invite to the client portal, they have these quick little areas here that you can do that. You'll see here that currently my client portal link looks like this, which is not very pretty. It's got a lot of numbers. It's just a lot of gobbledygook. It's not anything branded. It looks kind of gross, right? So what we want to do is we want to set up our branded client portal link. So at the top of the screen where it says client portal, we're going to get into settings. And here we're going to go to domain setup. So we're going to come in here to domain setup, and you're going to see that there are two sections here. There are, this one here is the system generated link, but we want it to be more specific to our domain, right? So I'm going to put in here, what we need to create is a subdomain. It's a subdomain that's going to sit on top of our root domain. And so a lot of times people will say things like, to create a subdomain, you just have to put a word in front of your root domain, right? So in this case, you could put in portal dot, and my domain is, the one that I have in here is testtamara.com. Or you can put in the word members. You can put in the word learn. You can put in the word school. You can put any word you want in front of this to brand this custom domain, okay? It's completely up to you. I'm going to use the word portal, and then I'm going to click on add domain. What this is going to do is it pops up this little window here, and it's asking me, check your spelling, make sure that it's spelled correctly. That's what you want it to do. Then I'm going to click continue, and it's going to set up my domain. What it's doing is it is connecting to my registrar. I have my registrar set up with Cloudflare. So I'm going to authorize that. It's going to require me to sign in to my Cloudflare account. So I have to verify that I'm human. I'm going to log in. And I have to put in my code here. There we go. And then what it's doing here is it's telling me, so it's saying, do you want to authorize Lead Connector, which is the software that sales processes use to create this record for you. And so you can go ahead and authorize that. Now, the only time that you're going to see what I've just done here is if you use Cloudflare, GoDaddy, or Ionis. Okay. So, if you don't have Cloudflare, GoDaddy, or Ionis, what happens is you will have to add the record manually. Okay, so if anybody needs help with that, we can work on that today. But as you can see here now, I have updated my domain. And if I go back to look at what that link looked like in my client portal dashboard, now it's a nice clean link like this. Okay. And let's copy it. And I just want to show you what an unbranded client portal looks like. So I'm just copying that link. I'm putting it in a new browser window. And this is what it looks like. Okay. So if you don't brand your client portal, this is what people see. This is what it looks like. They would put their email in here, their password, click login. But we want ours to look much better than this, right? We want it to look, it's going to have your name, all of that. So we're going to go back to sales process. And to brand your client portal, we go back into settings up here at the top, and you're going to see branding. So you click on the branding here, And this is where you're going to change all of the details that you see from this page. Okay. So here it's called My Amazing Portal. Well, that's maybe not what you want to, right? Maybe you want to call it Tech with Tamara. Of course, you don't want to call that yours that, but. And then here it says where all the cool business owners hang out. You might want to change that tagline to making tech easy. Here, you're going to choose your brand colors, right? So here it's going to be your primary color and your secondary color. So I'm going to just choose a color. Of course, you can put your hex codes in here if you want. I'm going to choose, let's choose a purpley one. And we'll choose kind of a blue. There we go. Then here, you're going to see a favicon. It's going to ask you to upload an image of a favicon. Your favicon is just this tiny symbol that sits in your browser window right here. So like sales process, my sales process tab, this is the favicon for sales process. This is the favicon for Google Drive, right? This is the favicon for Facebook. It's just that little image that sits on the tab of your browser window. And it tells you the dimensions that needs to be 16 by 16, right? So we want to go and upload something here. So you click on upload, and I'm just going to see if I have a favicon I can use here. Let me check. Nope, my keyboard is, hold on. Let's try that again. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to use this one here. Open. So now this has a favicon. Now your portal image, it tells you here what the portal image size should be, 1920 by 2160 pixels, okay? And the portal image, if we're looking at the sort of the standard here, is this entire blue piece. So this is just an image, okay? So you can make this image whatever you want it to be. So I'm going to just grab an image. Let's see. What can I grab here? Do I have any images here? Let's do that. I'll just grab these images. These are just examples, okay? Just to show you that there's, oh, the aspect ratio is wrong for that one. Okay. Let me see. If I have something else here. I don't know. We'll have to try. Let's see, what's this? Nope. I don't have any. Let me see. I'll just try this one, see if it works. No. Anyway, you get the idea. If I had the correct image size, I would just pick it and it would load there. Then I'm going to choose which logo I want to use. So it's a 200 by 200. So I'll just go into, I have some logos here. Let's use this one. one by one. It has to be square. Okay, let me see if I can find the square one. Um, Here, we'll try this. Doesn't like my images. If you have the right sizes, it works much better. But you would upload your images here. Then you can put in here a support email address that your clients are going to be able to see on the login page, so that if they're having any trouble logging in, so you could put in support at, okay. And then here you're going to want to put in any sort of copyright that you want to identify. So you would put in here copyright 2025, and then maybe the name of your business, right? And then we're going to save the settings. Now, there is an advanced section here where you can put in custom code if you want. If you know CSS and you want to play around with custom code, JavaScript, anything like that, you can set that up in here. Otherwise, we're just going to save this. And I will just show you just those little changes that we made. What happens here when we reload the page. You can see now that it's changed the title, changed this. It's added the little logo. It's really, really tiny here. You can't even see it. And it's also changed the favicon up here. See where it says Tech with Tamara there? And it's used my branding color for the button as well. All right. So this is how you can brand your client portal. And again, that's in your settings, right? So if we go into our settings, you're going to see your branding. That's where we were. Okay. Now, inside of your settings here for the client portal is also app permissions. And these are all of the areas in your client portal that your client or your student have access to. But you have the ability to turn these on or shut them off. If you are sharing files with them, if you are sharing estimates, contracts, if you want them to be able to manage their own billing and subscriptions, if you have an affiliate program that you want them to have access to, if you want them to have access to courses and to communities. And then you can also set the default landing page for when they sign into the client portal. Do you want them to land in a community that you have created? It's much like a Facebook group. Or do you want them to go directly into their courses? And so you can decide where they land just by choosing here. And save that, okay? Now, back over here, we also have email settings. This is really important because if you do decide to set up a community or you do decide to set up courses, this is where you have control over the notifications that everyone receives. So here you have all of the template or the notification templates that go out to your client in the client portal, the communities, the certificate area, if it was a course and you were granting certificates upon completion, and also courses, okay? So when they sign up, this is the learning portal email that they get. If it says default template, that means it's system generated. You can look at what it is that they get. And if you don't like it, you can go create your own email template and then pull it in here. So that's just how you can customize that a little bit more. Okay. So that's an important setting in there to know about as well. And then if you want your language or your client portal to be in a different language, you can set that here. So if you don't want it to be in English, you can change that. It doesn't have to be in English. You can change it to a different language. These are currently all of the languages that are offered currently, but the development team is always working to add more and more languages to this area, this space here. So if you don't see the language you want now, just check back and see if it's been added. Okay, so we now have, this here says branded mobile app. So this is an option for you as a business owner that you can create a mobile app for your client's phone. So this actually lives in the Apple App Store or on the Google Play Store, and you can completely brand that. If this is something that you want, there is an additional charge for this, and I believe it's $79 a month. Let's see. Yeah, so it's $79 a month. Additional to your sales process. If you still want to offer your students an app experience, but it's just not branded for your business, what they do is they can go and download an app called Go Collab, and it looks like this. This is the icon that they'll see, and it's spelled G-O capital K-O-L-L-A-B. Go Collab is the app. But if you really want to brand your own app and put it here for your students, your community, all of that, that's also doable at an additional charge. Now, before I get too far ahead here, does anybody have any questions about the client portal piece? Just to reiterate, the reason we're talking about this in regards to the event funnel is because this is where, in this scenario, your VIP experience lives, right? It's going to be built in the membership area because you are going to, part of your VIP offer is very often recordings from your event, extra goodies for your VIP clients. Let me just double check here. I see a comment. Do we need this mobile app, even if it's not branded? No, you don't need it. Only if you want to offer your students like a mobile version. It's only if you have students that are going to consume this content on their phone. Then you can offer them the Go Collab app. Andre, yes.
Hi, Tamara. So from what I understand from this is all the for your general, for me that has it's a paid event. So your general admissions just get their normal standard PDF handout each day before the event, and instructions to go about the event. And then the VIPs can go into the community area, can go into their own members portal where they can download extra stuff and so forth. So the question that I have is, I want to create, because at the moment it's software that I'm teaching in person. But somewhere I want to get use the learner management system from a sales process. So then I can build that in there. Then the backbone is already created. So they can say after each day, they can just go and download the next course or the next module, if I can say that.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Great.
Absolutely. And I'll just put it in the chat. Good question, Karen. It's spelt G-O. And so if you search on Apple App Store or Google Play, you'll find Go Collab. And you can download that. And then you can grant yourself access to your client portal. And you can log in on your phone to your course just as a student would. Or as a VIP member would. Okay. All right. So I'm going to get back to sharing here. So this is all about setting up the client portal. Once we have that set up and we have that all branded and it looks really good. Oh, Haley has a question. Yes, Haley, go ahead.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can, yes.
I want to ask a question about like doing the email spam account. When I sending the email, they're always going to the spam account.
你们俩合适吗？这个时候
Can I ask this question regarding this one?
Yeah, I can answer your question at the end of the lesson if you want. Right now, we're focusing on the event funnel.
Okay, sure, can.
Okay, yeah. Thank you. Okay, so now we have our client portal built out. We have a place for them to sign in, set up their password, all of that, right? Now we have to actually go and build our VIP section, our VIP course module. This is actually going to be the VIP section of the one-time offer inside of the event funnel. So inside memberships here, back up at the top, you're going to see courses. Now, courses has two pieces to it. It has the product piece and it has the offer piece. And you always have to build a product that goes with an offer. And we're going to walk through this process so you can see what I mean. We're going to start in the product area here. So we're going to click on products. And here you can see that I've built a number of different sort of course-like sections in this. Yours will be probably blank or it may have a template in it. But what you're going to do here is you're going to click on Create Product. You do have the option, I just want to point this out, if you have courses on Kajabi and you want to pull them into Sales Process, you can import them here. So you don't have to rebuild them from scratch. Okay? But we're going to start from scratch here. We're going to build out our VIP area. Now these here, once you hit start from scratch, it's going to ask you, do you want to build a marathon course, a sprint course, a membership, or build your own? These are just templates based on building out like a really short course or a membership area. So normally I just start from scratch, just start building. And I'm going to call this event funnel VIP. Okay. You get to call it whatever you want. Whatever makes sense for your business. And then what happens is it opens up into this area here. So this gray line here, these are called modules, and the posts underneath them are called lessons. So here, what might make sense is to call this Start Here. Okay. And then you can fill out this description if you want. What it's telling you in this section here is that you're going to publish this module, or you can leave it in draft while you're working on it. You can also lock this module. They call it a category here. You can lock this down until a selected post is completed. So if let's say this was a series of modules and you wanted to make sure that your students completed each module in order, then you would lock everything else down until certain pieces were completed. Or you can choose to drip out your content, which means that after a certain number of days, they will get access to this module. So you can decide how you want that module to be released to your students here. This is here, again, this is it all about imagery and designing your area. Here it tells you need an image of 1280 by 720. Canva is great for this. You can just go and use Canva, which is another software that you can build graphics in. And then you can just upload your image here to create the thumbnail for the module. Okay. So I'm going to save that. And then the lesson that I want to create underneath the module. So inside the module is the contents, right? So this is, it says blank post here, but what I'd like it to say is, I just clicked on it. I'm going to say, I'm going to have my welcome, and I could put in any sort of text information that I wanted here. You could write in anything. This is a text editor. You can add images to it. You can do anything in here like you can with any sort of text imager. You can also upload individual lesson thumbnails, which helps to design the way that your course area looks. And then it tells you the dimensions here again. Here is where you attach any files or workbooks or PDFs or anything that you want them to have access to. If it's a digital product that you want them to have access to. And then here is where you can record and upload a welcome video that they can watch when they land here. You can also create an audio file. And I'm seeing a lot of courses and creators do this now. They are creating a video version for someone to watch, and also just the audio file of the lesson so that people can listen on the go, right? They can listen in their car. They can, add the audio to their playlist and just listen on the go. They don't have to be stuck at a desktop to consume the content. Okay. And then this is also where you can delete your post if you want to. So you can build this out and keep everything in draft so that nobody can see it. But eventually you're going to want to publish it, right? So there's published and draft here, and then we just click save. It's kind of weird looking here, but so then what we have here is our outline that is starting to take shape. So we have the start here module and the lesson. To add another lesson, I click on the plus sign here. I'm going to add a lesson, and this is going to be lesson number 1. Save. So then it gets added underneath this module. If I want to add another module inside, I click on the product structure here. And I create, it says create category. I call them modules, so I apologize. So you can create another category. So you can call this module number 2 or number 2. And then what that does is it creates another area here, and then you can add your lesson inside. Okay. And so this is how you would continue to build out your course, your VIP area. You can upload your recordings in here from your event. You can upload any sort of extra workbooks or anything like that you want to share with them. Now, you're going to see inside here, you have details. So this is your outline. Inside of details is where you can upload your image. You can upload your instructor information. You can change this from instructor to host, event host, or whatever you want to give your name. Your headshot here can go. You can add the name, your title, a short bio about yourself. This again is logo image. You can add here your favicon image. And then the advanced section here is for, you can adjust the styling using code in this area as well. Okay. So we'll just save that. Here it says customize. Now, customize is going to take you to a theme builder. This is the default theme. This is the default way that your course is going to look like. Okay, so hold on a sec. I just want to preview this. Okay, we're having issues here. You can also check out system templates. So there's the classic theme. There's a New York theme. Let's see if we can see this one. No, it's not letting me view them, but you should be able to preview what the theme looks like. You can kind of see here how the modules and the lessons, just by looking at these, look. And then this one is the latest theme in the course builder. This allows you a lot more flexibility and is actually a lot like the funnel builder or the website builder. You can really customize this Neo Classic theme. It has advanced customizations in it. So you can make this area look any way you want. Okay, so you can choose how your course or VIP area is laid out. Okay. And you can also upload any templates that you want to use in the course building area as well, if you create a template and you want to use it. Now, remember how I said that all your products had to pair with offers inside of the membership? Here we have to build the offer that goes with this product. So remember, this is products, this is offers. I said you always had to have, they have to go together. Offers, what's the difference between an offer and a product? So a product is an individual area. So let's say you have your event VIP, and let's say you've been doing this event for 5 years. And so you've gathered 5 separate VIP event areas. And let's say, and during the 6th year, you decide to offer all 5 years recordings as an upsell to your 6th year of the event running. This is where you would add all of those together, okay? And create what we are calling an offer. So in here, you would create the offer, and let's say it is your 6-year anniversary offer, and it's going to include all 5 years of the recordings from each event. So the only product I have in here is the event funnel VIP, and I can add more. So let's say this was year 2, year 3, year 4, and year 5. Okay. So now I've created an offer. It's got a number of products inside, right? In your case, though, let's just say all you're going to have is your VIP product. Okay. Now, you're not going to sell this from your course area. So you're just going to leave it up as free. Or you can put in the one-time one-time offer price here. But it's only if you're going to sell it from your course area, which not a lot of people do. They always sell it through a funnel, usually. This is just an extra option that you can sell it in your course area. All right. So otherwise, we're just going to leave it as free. Then you can put any sort of text override that you want here, that this is customer facing. So whatever you put in here, the customer is going to see. And then here you can also test if you were charging here inside the course area, you could test the payment mode here, but we're just going to leave it as free. I saw a question come in, just one sec. I am sharing screen, Diana. Can you see it? Can everybody else see my screen? Yes? Okay. Diana, check your Zoom settings and just see if you can. And Gerald's asking, if we are to have replay videos for members, how do we set that up? Also, is there a time frame these replay videos can be taken off? Yeah, so once you have your offer set up, you can see here that I've put the event funnel in here. Now you have the ability to limit their access. So what Gerald's asking is if restrict access to the certain amount of days. So you can turn this on and say you only have access to this for the next 14 days. So when it says enter number in here, this is referring to days. Okay? So it's not hours, it's not minutes, it's not weeks, it's days. And you have to set this up in your offer status. Okay? Now, I want to point out here that we must publish our offer to be able to create the automation step in the workflow where we grant access to this when they purchase our OTO. If your offer is in draft, you won't be able to complete that step. And we're going to go into that step here next. So I just want to show you here. You can also put a gate around the access specific date. Like they can't get access to this until a certain date. So you can set up limitations around how long they have access to it for. And this will automatically revoke access after 14 days. Okay. Andre.
Tamara, I just have a question on the drip feature of the certain modules. Can you allow the drip feature to say come on on just after day 2? Can you program it to come on there? Or is it just one day after the previous one has been finished?
So your only option with drip settings is the number of days that and it's always based on when they get access. So when the student gets access, it will start counting down those days. Or you can choose a specific day they get access on. That's the only way.
Okay, so so I can say they get access on this day and then 2 days after that. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
I also have a question about this.
Yes.
So you're all quite new like this. So
yeah.
If I have a course for 5 days, would it be easier to just like have a workflow with 5 emails rather than setting it up as a course, or how would that work?
It just depends on the content that you want to deliver, Karen. If you only want them to have access to something for 5 days and you're dripping it out in email using links to videos or whatever, they can always go back to those emails and access those links unless you change the link sharing parameters, right? Inside of the course area, you can just revoke access after a certain number of days, and then they just can't get into it anymore. Right? So it just depends on how you want to share the content, what type of content you're sharing, and how techie you feel about, manipulating the links and making sure that you change the access after 5 days.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Does that make sense? Because if you're sharing all of your content through a link in emails, then if you only want them to have access to it for 5 days, you would then have to go and change your sharing options for that link, right?
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
But if I always want them, if it's no issue, that I want them to go back to it any time, it would be probably easier to not do it in the course area, or do I see that wrongly?
Well, then you are putting the onus on the person receiving the email to always have access to those emails. Is that, and it's just going to get pushed down in their email box the longer time goes on, right? So that's something to consider as well. Whereas when you build it in a membership area, they have one link that they can go to all the time to log in and access that information.
Yeah, I see. Yeah,
Okay.
that
Yeah.
makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks.
Jeandre?
Would it make which one would be easier in if you're sharing a recording of the session, would it be easier to update that in the members area or on an email?
If you're sharing a recording,
Yes. Of the session.
right. If you're sharing a recording of the session, and again, it's the same thing that like Karen was saying. If you share it in an email, they can access it by that link as long as they have that email, right? So if you only want
Yeah.
them to be able to access it for a certain number of days, you would have to remember to change the link access after. And if you want them to be able to always come back to this and watch that recording, after, a few weeks, that email gets pushed down in their inbox and they don't know where that went, right? They lose access to it. I'm sure they can do a search in their inbox or whatever to find it again, but it's not the easiest way to continually access content that you want them to have access to.
Okay.
Whereas
Thank you.
having it in a membership area or a client portal, they can just log in and get access to it.
Seems also just a neater option.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, there's just some more comments. How can we ensure that setup video audios are not downloadable? Okay, so we do have that feature now. And I know that people get quite concerned about their content, as you should. You guys work so hard to create this educational content for people. You don't want people to be able to download it. If somebody wants to steal your content, they're going to find a way. I know that's a terrible thing to even think about, but it's so true. You do have the ability, once you upload a video here, so let's just try. I'll try this way. Let me just see if I can find a video. I don't know if I have a video. Let me see. Here. We'll upload this video. And you can upload that. And you can also add like captions to your video. You can do that. And then there is a feature, once the video is uploaded, there will be a feature to make it so that you cannot download the video. Here's the thing, Gerald, is that if somebody wants to steal your content, they can still screen record the video, right? Like there's no way to prevent them from screen recording it. So in here, I believe it's in your settings. No. I know we just added this feature. Maybe it's back out of here inside of the customization. Let me check. No. I know we have that. I'm just checking to see where, if it's in details. Let's see. No. Gerald, I'll have to look that up for you and find it, because it's a new feature where we did create a way that you can turn off the ability to download the videos. Actually, I don't know that you can do that here. If we go into preview, let's see if you can download the video. Oh yeah, you can't download this. So this is what your student sees. This is the way it looks right now. And you can't download this. Once the video is uploaded, it automatically shuts off downloading. There's no way to download this video. But that doesn't mean that your content can't get stolen. Like I said, if somebody really wants to steal your content, they're going to find a way to do it. They can screen record it. You know, I've seen big, huge gurus get their content stolen. Like, it's just disgusting out there what people do, unfortunately. But know that once a video is uploaded into your course area, there is no way for them to download it, but they can still screen record. Does that answer your question, Gerald? I hope so. I know it's a crappy world out there sometimes. People do crappy things. I don't like it. I get mad because I know how much work goes into these things. I get upset when I think about people taking other people's content. That's just not cool. Any other questions, guys, in this piece here? I was going to try and go over how we set up the automation to grant access, but I think we're going to save that for next. We're going to save that for Thursday, because this is sort of a big piece here. What we did was we set up our client portal, and we also started the products and offers here. Okay, so if you go into offers now, you're going to see there's that 6-year anniversary offer that we created, and it's in draft. So I am going to make sure that I publish it, because it has to be published for me to be able to add the step to the workflow that we're going to do next week, or on Thursday, sorry, to automate them getting access to this. So if you ever run into a situation where you're like, oh, I can't add the workflow step, it's probably because you didn't publish this. I've done it 100 times. I still do it. Karen, yes.
So you always first need to make an offer in order to make it, to embed it in your workflows, right? Even if it's only one product.
Even if it's only one product. So you have to build the product first, then attach it to an offer. And then the offer has to be published for this to work. The course, the product course doesn't have to be published, but the offer has to be published.
Exactly.
Okay?
So yeah, so basically it's a good way to do it. Once you have an offer to always, once you have a product, to always make it an offer as well, if you want to make it available, right?
Yes. Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Okay. So for your homework for the Facebook contest going on, you can just show me that you have set up your custom domain. So I'll need a screenshot of this screen. So how do you get here? You go into memberships, client portal, you go into settings, and then you go into your domain setup. So show me that you have your client portal set up, this screenshot here. And then also show me a picture of this screen, your login screen, after you've got it all branded. I want to see how pretty you guys make it. I've seen some amazing, beautiful portals created. So I'm always excited to see what you guys come up with. So to get to the branding, remember, again, that that's in your settings. So there's domain setup and then there's branding. And you'll go in there and set up this area. Okay. So that's your homework for the Facebook group contest. The contest is for the month of May, which, oh my goodness, is almost over. So you want to get your homework posted in there. There is 3 prizes. The first prize is a one-on-one session with Peng Joon. He'll take a look at your offer. He'll take a look at your funnels. He'll make recommendations on strategy and what he would do to make it $1 million funnel. Second prize is a one-on-one session with Marcus, who is the absolute genius behind all of Sales Process and Peng Joon's ads. He'll take a look at your ad strategy. He'll recommend split testing. He'll give you all the best strategies to use to get every dollar out of your ad spend. And then third prize is the a ticket to Peng Joon's next virtual summit that he does. So all you have to do is take screenshots of your homework, post them in the Facebook group with the hashtag sales process wins, and that's how you enter into the contest. So I hope that you guys will post them in the Facebook group. I love to see them in there. I love to see what you guys are working on. And on Thursday, we're going to walk through, well, we'll come back to this, see if you guys have any questions about setting this up. And then we'll also walk through how to automate granting access to your client, to your VIP purchaser, okay, to this area here. So we'll walk through how to do that. Okay, any other questions? We've got about 3 minutes left. I know Haley had a question about email deliverability. Haley, are you still here? Yes, there's Haley. So Haley, you said all your emails going to spam.
Yes.
Okay. So when did you set up your email? Like when did you set up your email sending in Sales Process?
In the automation. Do you mean when?
Yeah,
Recently.
is your account new, or is it have you had it for a while?
My Gmail is new. I using like the link to the Cloudflare support gmail.com.
Oh, yeah. So, okay, number 1, you can't use Gmail to send marketing emails.
Cannot use Gmail.
No. You have to have a custom sending domain for your email.
You mean like
customer
like third party?
custom 你要买
So, when you did your onboarding, did you have an onboarding session with someone from Sales Process?
Not yet.
Okay. So, during your onboarding call, what's going to happen is you're going to come and set up your email sending right over here in email services.
Okay.
You need to have a custom domain set up here in your email deliverability. And then the person who does your onboarding, whoever that might be, is going to ensure that you have a custom email sending domain and that all your DNS records are set up properly so that inboxes won't flag you as spam.
Okay, sure. So I need to make the appointment for the
Yes.
onboarding first.
That's really important before you send email in your Sales Process account. And you can't use Gmail.
How can I register for the appointment?
Oh, yeah. Let me just grab that link for you. I will. 1 second.
他刚刚讲的那个
我还没有
custom domain
，okay. Okay. I will send that to you in the chat there,
Okay, sure.
Haley. 1
看
second.
明白吗
没有开 video，
Um,
你这么做手要开。
真诚点嘛。
okay, I sent you a direct message, Haley, with the link for that scheduling.
你不
Yeah, I see the link.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you can schedule your onboarding call there, and then you can get your email set up that way.
I got another question I want to ask. Is it I asked in the onboarding tool? The question is about the Facebook post. Someone will comment like PM. So I want to the automation workflow to directly reply the comment in the Facebook post.
auto respond.
Oh, yeah, you can do that, definitely.
So I also asked this question in the onboarding.
No, there is an actual recipe inside of sales process automations. I'll
Okay.
share my screen again. Just one sec. I have to go back to my demo account and show you where that is. Okay, so inside of automations, if you go to create workflow, you can go to select a recipe. And what these are pre-built workflows. And there's one for Facebook comments, and there's one for Instagram comments. And so you can select, let's say you want to have an Instagram comment automation, you can select it. And then it is already built. You just have to make sure that you connect it to your page. So for the Instagram or Facebook automation to work, you have to make sure that inside of integrations, so down here in settings, integrations, you have your Facebook profile and Instagram profile connected. Otherwise, it won't work.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
So I
you're
just
welcome.
use the recipe inside the automation workflow.
That's the fastest way to get it up and running is use the recipe and then
Okay,
connect it. Okay?
Okay, sure. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Yeah. Now I saw some other questions. Okay, yes, June, I can send that to you. Let me I'll stop sharing again and grab that. It's a specific link for each person, so I have to get you a different link than the one I gave Haley. So just one sec. Okay. Okay, June, I am popping that link into a message to you, and you can book your onboarding call there. Any other questions? Let me check. I don't see any other questions in the chat. Does anyone else have any other questions? No? Okay. Awesome. It's great to see you guys. And we will continue with the event funnel series on Thursday. We'll go over if you have any issues hooking up your custom domain for your client portal, you can ask questions then. And we'll also talk about adding the workflow automation to grant access to your person who buys your VIP one-time offer. So that will be on Thursday. We'll go over all of that. So I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your week, and we'll see you guys on Thursday. Take care.